Hey, why are you ignoring me? Larkin, right? We passed each other earlier, didn't we? Why don't you respond to me?
Just leave me alone. It's none of your business.
Everyone's been worried because you suddenly disappeared from the neighborhood. I heard you even cut ties with your family.
A lot has happened. Just leave me alone. Please don't tell anyone that we met.
Fine, I won't tell anyone. But hey, we used to be lovers, didn't we?
What?
You left me behind, all alone, while you just disappeared from the area. Do you have any idea how sad I was at that time? And yet you're acting so cold now. You don't have to do that, right?
Hold on a second. What are you talking about, lover?
I still think of you as my lover. You have no idea how much I've been searching for you.
You're the one who spread the news online that I was missing?
Of course it was me. I was that worried about you. I recently got some information, so I came to this town to look for you. And then I found you. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy.
Isn't this just a coincidence? How did you even figure out where I was?
I didn't have certainty, but I personally researched and narrowed it down to this town. Larkin, let's keep the promise we made back then.
What promise? What are you talking about?
You don't remember? We promised each other that we'd get married when we turned 20.
Huh? What's that?
Turned 25. Larkin, you don't have to be shy about it. We were lovers, right? Sure, it's been a while since we saw each other, but I want you to treat me the same way you did before.
I don't remember making any such promise. What are you talking about?
You don't remember? We talked about it at the park next to the church, remember?
The park next to the church? Wait, are you talking about when we were in kindergarten?
Yes, finally, you remembered. Jeez, you're so difficult to deal with.
I only recognize the place because we played there a lot when we were kids. But I don't remember making any such promise.
Come on, Larkin, this has to be a joke, right? We were still lovers after that, weren't we?
Huh? We went to different schools in elementary and middle school.
So what? Even if we were apart, we were still lovers, right? And we went to high school together, didn't we? We reaffirmed our love there, didn't we? You were always so shy and tried to avoid me, though.
It was creepy how you kept following me around. My friends were worried, too. You'd come to see me after every class.
But that's what lovers do, right? True love, Larkin, means doing things like that. Stop being shy and let's get married.
I don't want to get married.
Then what about Drake?
What?
The man you were married to for half a year? I don't understand why you chose him.
Why? I wasn't even in the area at that time. How do you know about that?
I told you I've been looking into you, but I never interfered with your relationship. I thought it was a terrible betrayal, but I assumed you'd realize it on your own and regret it.
That is so creepy. What are you saying? Please just leave me alone and stop bothering me.
I knew it. You still need support. I already know your address, so I'll come help you.
What? No, don't!
You used to love cakes, right? I found a cake shop earlier, so I'll buy some and bring them over. After you eat, we can talk about marriage.
If you come to my house, I'll call the police. I am serious.
All right, I should leave you alone for now. But leave the marriage part to me. You should focus on calming down.
It's because of you that I can't calm down. How do you even know where I live?
To find my lover, I used every means I could. I was worried about you. It's only natural, right?
I don't want to marry you, no matter what happens. Stay away from me.
You've been in an unstable mental state since you ran away from home, right? You still need support. I just want to help you.
Let me make it clear. One of the reasons I left my hometown is because of you. You kept stalking me. It was such a nuisance.
Seriously, you should have trusted me when you were feeling down. You've been fighting alone all this time, haven't you? But not anymore. From today on, you have me on your side.
This is hopeless. You're not getting it at all.
Hey, there's no need to call the police, right? When are you going to be honest, Larkin?
I told you if you come near my house, I'll call the police. Did you really escape from the police?
Yeah, I didn't want to waste time explaining myself, so I had no choice. I noticed the police car coming toward me, so I managed to get away, but it was really close.
This isn't a misunderstanding. I am telling you.
But I believe your will is the most important thing. I know it's not your true feelings, but still, I'll try my best to stay away from you.
No, it's my true feelings. My true feelings. I'll say it again. It's my true feelings, okay?
You can't protect your own heart unless you act tough, right? I'll stay away for a while. During that time, I'll do what I can do for you, even if you don't want it.
I told you you don't have to do anything. Please, just stay away from me. Larkin, the ceremony's starting. Why haven't you shown up yet? What do you mean the bride isn't here? Are you an idiot? Katie? I went through all this trouble to come, and you're doing this to me? This is just too much. I thought maybe we could make up, that we could fix things. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? What? No, you left home after failing to get into college, didn't you? My parents were strict, and they blamed you for not passing. But running away like that just because you didn't get in, what were you thinking? No, that's not what I'm talking about. What ceremony? What bride? Why are you mentioning a wedding now? Huh? Today's your wedding day, isn't it? We received the invitation a month ago. How could you not know that? I got married 3 years ago. What? What do you mean by that? You're talking about the invitation from back then, right? I thought you just ignored it. I was upset, thinking you had forgotten me. Well, I ended up getting divorced from him right away, but that's not the point now. That's news to me. But this time you're marrying Martin, right? After all the hatred you had for him back then, I can't believe it. What? You're lying. He really went this far? Katie, I didn't send any invitations to you. What? What are you talking about? I don't want to marry Martin. He is still stalking me, planning things like the ceremony and sending invitations without my permission. He did all of this without asking me, and I am not okay with it. What? Are you serious? That guy is seriously messed up. How could he do something like that without your consent? Ugh. Martin is standing in front of my house in a white tuxedo. What should I do? This is beyond messed up. Well, I don't know what you should do. I'm just going to explain the situation to the people at the venue. Though to be honest, there aren't many people there yet, so I don't think it'll be too difficult. But still, this is completely ridiculous. Please, I'll be calling the police on him. I don't think talking to him will help at all. It's gone too far now. I see. Be careful, though. This whole thing is just too much. I really can't believe all this is happening right now. Wait, you're actually worried about me? I thought you hated me. I want to make up with you, but now you're bringing up that old story again? Why? Didn't you hate me all this time? Just because I passed that difficult university entrance exam, you got jealous, didn't you? I wasn't jealous. I wasn't that at all. I just couldn't stand being treated like the loser in the family while everyone else was doing well. I hated how my parents treated me like I was worthless just because I didn't pass the entrance exam. It was unbearable. But blaming me for working hard and passing the exam is so unfair. I didn't even know that you'd sent me an invitation 3 years ago. It never reached me, and if it had, I don't think I could have dealt with it. I was still struggling with everything else at the time. I'm not mad at you, really, but I don't know, forget it. This isn't the time to fight. There are more important things to think about. Yeah, I agree. I'll handle things here. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of everything at the venue, and you just focus on what you need to do. But you need to be careful, okay? This situation could get worse if we're not careful. Thanks. I just don't know how we got here. It's all so confusing. I can't believe we're in this situation. Not after everything we've been through. I thought we'd be able to move on from the past. I thought I could get past everything that happened. I wish I knew what to say, but at least you're being honest now. I can't say the same for Martin, though. He's still a mess, and I don't know how to deal with him. He's been making my life harder than it needs to be.
Hey, calling the police again? That's just too much. Today is supposed to be our wedding, you know? I just came by to pick you up by car, and this is what happens?
Why are you turning this into a wedding on your own? I have told you many times before I have no intention of marrying you. I have been clear about this from the start, but here you are pretending like I agreed to this whole thing.
But didn't you get the invitation in your mailbox? You must have seen it, right? I mean, I put it there myself.
Huh? I didn't even look at that. You've been sending letters every single day, and I have been throwing them all away without opening them. Every time I've seen you've sent something, I just get rid of it. I didn't even bother reading them because I already told you I'm not interested. So, no, I didn't see it. So what?
But as promised, I didn't contact you. I didn't ring your bell. I didn't knock on your door. I didn't do anything. I respected the agreement we made. And yet here we are with you still thinking I want something I've been very clear about not wanting. What's the point of all this, really?
So what? What does that even mean? You can't just send things and expect me to react like this is all normal. This is beyond ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
No, I kept my promise for the past 2 months. I've respected our agreement. I didn't show up, I didn't try to change your mind, and I didn't make any attempt to force you into anything. I gave you space, so now you need to keep your promise too. You need to honor your word and marry me just like you said you would.
I never promised anything about marriage. I have told you repeatedly that I have no intention of marrying you. How many times do I have to say it before you get it through your head? I don't want to marry you. That is not something that's going to happen.
Good. But you did say I could handle the wedding arrangements, didn't you? You didn't object when I took charge of the wedding planning. Doesn't that count as agreeing to marry me? Doesn't that at least suggest that you were okay with this whole thing? Why else would you let me do all this?
I can't talk to you sensibly anymore. It is impossible to have a proper conversation with you at this point. You are making things up, and now you've called the police on me again. What is going on? Did you escape from them? Where did you go this time?
I can't tell you. If I do, the police will be right behind me. But Larkin, listen to me. No matter what, I'll always come for you. You know I will. I've told you before, and I'll say it again now. I will never leave you behind. The venue is already set, and my family, along with yours, is waiting there. We could get married anytime. You don't have to be afraid. I'm not like Drake. I'm not gonna hurt you or betray you. I'm gonna make you happy. I swear you'll be happy with me.
Fine, I'll go to the venue, but I have one condition. I won't go there with you. We'll go separately. We'll each head to the venue on our own. I'll meet you there. Is that okay with you? This is the best I can offer, considering everything.
Huh? Oh, of course. If that's what you want, then I'll do it. I'll go along with it. I don't mind if we're apart for now. I'll go to the venue immediately so we can meet there just like you said.
So what's going on over there? How's everything looking? Yeah, I explained everything to the other side's relatives, but they're just stuck on the idea that Martin would never do something like that. They just won't listen to the truth. They're all in denial. I figured. He's always been a spoiled kid, always got whatever he wanted. He probably never had to face any real consequences. My family believed me, though. They understand the situation now. I'm on my way to the venue now. Huh? It's close to my house, so I'm going there directly and explaining everything. I'll tell them about Martin's crazy actions. I've got the evidence ready, and I'm going to show them everything. I'll make them understand what he's been doing all this time. But if you do that, you'll run into him. Are you sure you want to face him? Are you prepared to deal with him? I have no choice. Avoiding him at this point is impossible. If I don't do this now, I'll never be able to. It's time to put an end to all of this once and for all. I'm going to confront him, and I'll make sure he knows exactly what he's done. It ends today. Right. I'll wait for you at the venue. But please, be careful. Don't do anything you might regret. Yeah, thanks, Katie. I appreciate it. I'll be careful. Just stay safe, okay?
Larkin, why are you doing this? Why do you keep betraying me like this? Wasn't I supposed to marry you? Isn't that why you came to the wedding venue today?
I didn't want to talk to you directly, so I called you to this venue where your family's gathered. I wanted to show them all the letters you sent and the message exchanges we've had.
Damn it! This is horrible! Those letters and messages were supposed to be private between us, right?
It looks like even your family, who are so devoted to you, believed me. Listen carefully, because I'll say this one more time. I don't like you. I am not going to marry you.
What? Larkin, are you serious?
What's with that reaction, as if you've never heard this before? I've been saying this for years, right? Since we were in school.
But we made a promise back in that park, didn't we?
I don't even remember what happened when we were in kindergarten. Sure, I'm sorry I broke the promise, but can't you at least listen to my opinion a little?
I truly love you and I want to get married.
If you really love me, then respect my decision too. I can't marry you. Please understand.
I don't understand. You're marrying me!
I guess it's hopeless.
Do you even know how much I've spent on this wedding? I made the invitations alone, sent them to both our families. It cost a lot to rent the wedding dress, and I even hired a magician for the entertainment.
I don't care about that. You did all of that on your own without asking me.
You told me to leave the wedding up to you!
No, I didn't. Stop lying. You pushed it forward on your own, didn't you?
You think I'm just supposed to sit here and take all this from you? Do you know how much I've sacrificed for you? Do you know how much money and time I spent to find out where you were? I hired detectives and I searched myself.
That has nothing to do with me. You did all of that on your own, remember?
You broke your promise to me and now you're talking like this? Do you think you could just get away with it?
At first, I thought you were extremely pure-hearted, but now I realize you're just incredibly selfish. This is exactly what I expected from you.
You betrayed me. I will never forgive you. My mom and dad are powerful people in this town. Do you know what happens when you make an enemy of them?
I don't live in this town anymore, so I don't care. And besides, your parents looked shocked when they saw the proof that you were stalking me, didn't they? Are they really going to support you after all that?
Crap, that's right. I might even get disowned over this. This is all your fault.
Anyway, I am going home now. I am never seeing you again.
You can't just leave. What about the wedding costs? What about the wedding dress? The magician is here too.
I don't care about the magician. You started this on your own, so you can deal with the costs.
How selfish can you be? I can't take this anymore. Even I have limits and you've reached them.
What are you going to do about it?
I'll kidnap you and extort money from your parents. I'll never forgive a traitor.
Huh? What are you even talking about? Why would I be the traitor?
Be prepared. Do you honestly think this is just going to end here? You think I'll just walk away from everything I've done for you? You're wrong. I'm not leaving until you understand what you've done. You can't just walk out of this situation like you're the victim.
I never asked for all this. You're the one who insisted on everything. The wedding, the dress, the whole damn thing. Do you even realize how insane this is? You're trying to force me into something I have made clear I don't want. And now you're throwing a tantrum like this is some kind of game?
I'm not throwing a tantrum. I've sacrificed everything for this. Everything I've done, all the effort, all the money I've spent, it's all for you. You can't just throw that away and pretend none of it matters. This is real.
You think I don't know how much you've spent? Do you think I care about money at a time like this? This is about my life, my future, my freedom. I don't care if you spent $1 million. You're trying to force me into a life I never agreed to, and you can't even respect my decision.
You're the one who doesn't understand. You think this is just about money and effort? It's not. I'm doing this for us. I'm doing this because I love you. You're not just hurting me, Larkin. You're destroying everything we could have had.
Oh, so now I'm the one destroying everything?
You're the one who's breaking everything apart with your selfishness. You've ruined my family's trust in me. You've ruined everything I've worked for, all for nothing. You're the one who made this a nightmare.
I didn't ruin anything. You ruined it the moment you decided that you were more important than me, that your wants, your desires, your dream wedding was more important than respecting my decision. You never thought about what I wanted, what I needed. It's always been about you. I don't want this future, not with you, not like this.
You've really made up your mind, huh? Well, fine. If you don't want this, then I'll just have to take what's mine. And when you're ready to accept the truth, I'll still be here waiting. But it won't be the same anymore. You've made sure of that. What's going on? Why am I in the hospital?
You don't remember? I went looking for you, and when I yelled, "Where's Larkin?" at the magician in the waiting room, the pigeon he was holding flew away suddenly. You got startled and fell, hitting your head. That's when you passed out, and they brought you here.
I remember yelling at the magician. That much I recall. But then I lost consciousness, and they brought me to the hospital. The doctor said it was a minor brain contusion. So what happened to the wedding?
Of course it's canceled. You'll have to manage paying for everything on your own. Well, that's all I had to say, so I'm leaving now.
Wait a minute! What about my mom and dad? Why haven't they come to the hospital?
Right now your parents are busy apologizing to me and my family. It's really terrible that you've made your parents go through this.
Larkin, all I wanted was to marry you. I thought we were in love, that we were supposed to be together.
No, stop pretending to be all pure-hearted. You're not in love with me. You just want to fulfill your own selfish desires. You're not interested in me as a person. You just want to win to get your way. Remember that. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on, please. I know you've had trouble with your family, right? You've been lonely, haven't you? I swear I will always be on your side. I'm the only one who'll stick by you.
Bye. Sure, I've had trouble with my family, but thanks to everything that happened, I feel like I can get along better with my sister now. I actually appreciate that you helped me reconnect with her.
You? Huh?
Because of you, I was able to find someone important to me. But it wasn't you. Katie, I am really sorry for everything. Please tell my mom and dad that I said thanks. It's okay. I've already gone back home. So, what happened? Martin's parents are covering all the costs. They're also going to reimburse the guests for travel expenses. Of course, they'll eventually make Martin pay for it, though. Oh, I see. You've been through a lot, haven't you? When you get back, are you coming by again? No, if I come back, we'll just end up fighting again every day. But I'm happy we could talk like this again. Yeah, me too. By the way, why did you decide to come to the wedding? Well, even though we had problems at home, I didn't hate you enough to ignore the invitation and not show up. The invitation from 3 years ago, my dad threw it away. Wow, that was really harsh. But he regretted it afterwards, so this time he decided he'd come to apologize. If I'd seen that invitation, I would have definitely gone to the wedding. Thank you. You're so kind. We've both mellowed out, huh? We're really understanding each other now. You stopped being jealous of me, didn't you? I guess that means you've grown up, huh? I haven't changed. I guess that's true. I'll admit I've been jealous of you for a long time. Well, I think I was in the wrong too. I used to act a little high and mighty. Right, so let's consider this a reconciliation. But that doesn't mean we're living together. I'll keep living on my own. I've got work after all. Yeah, I understand. Just make sure you don't get caught by a weird guy. You don't want to end up thinking marrying Martin would have been better, right? Yeah, I'll be careful. Though honestly, it's a little scary how much we've both changed. It feels like we're not the same people anymore. Maybe we're not, but that doesn't mean we can't still care about each other. I think that's what matters, right? We can't keep holding on to the past forever. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm glad I met you. Even if things didn't work out the way we expected, at least I learned something from all this. I think I've learned a lot too. Like how not to let my feelings rule my actions. I was always so quick to act on impulse, but I've realized it's better to take things slower, think them through. You've always been the impulsive one, haven't you? I remember the first time we met, you were so reckless, jumping into things without thinking. I know. I guess I thought I could fix everything that way. But sometimes it's better to step back and let things unfold on their own. Do you regret it? All the decisions we made? I don't think I regret it. There were good moments, even if they were few and far between. And honestly, I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned. Yeah, same here. I don't regret anything either. But I do wonder what could have happened if things had gone differently. What if we had made different choices? We'll never know, but we're here now, right? We've got to accept things as they are and move forward. Yeah, you're right. I guess that's all we can do. And who knows, maybe we'll both find someone else who's right for us. I hope so. I just want to be happy, you know? That's all I really want now. Same. I want that for you too. And for me, I guess. Well, good luck with everything, Katie. I really hope things work out for you. Thanks. You too. Goodbye, Larkin. Take care of yourself. I returned home and resumed my usual life once again. After being discharged from the hospital, Martin went back to his parents' house and, while receiving care from a mental health clinic, is undergoing treatment at home. It seems that realizing his strong delusions and the need for support, he decided to take this approach. I believe that Martin is fortunate to have such good parents. His parents have been incredibly supportive throughout this whole ordeal, and from what I've heard, Martin seems to be gradually regaining his composure. It's said that he won't be making any more advances toward me in the future, which is a relief. I too felt a sense of comfort after hearing the news. I had been worried about how things might develop further, but now I feel I can breathe a little easier. Looking ahead, what I hope for most is that Martin will recover quickly and return to work as soon as possible. It would be ideal if he could also start repaying the money his parents have paid on his behalf. I imagine that both Martin and his parents are eager for him to get back on his feet and resume a normal life. I believe it would not only benefit Martin, but also bring peace to his family. While the situation has been far from easy, I think it's important that he takes responsibility for the expenses and the support he received. After this incident, I went back to my parents' house once. I needed to talk things through with my family again. There were a few things I wanted to reflect on, especially my own feelings. I realized that I had been a bit sulky and stubborn about certain things. I had let my emotions get the better of me, and looking back, I now understand how that might have affected my behavior. I admit that I had a tendency to become fixated on my own feelings and frustrations. It was a moment of self-reflection for me, and I'm glad I went back home to talk things over. I think it was important to clear the air and get some perspective. I don't plan on living with my parents again, though. I think I've outgrown that chapter of my life. I am comfortable with where I am now, and I believe it's best that I continue to live independently. However, I do hope that Katie and I can go out for a meal together sometime soon. We haven't spent as much time together recently, and I think it would be nice to catch up, just the two of us. Our relationship has always been important to me, and I think it would be good for both of us to take a break from everything else and enjoy some time together. Despite everything that happened, I've learned a lot from this experience. At first, it felt like a worst-case scenario with a stalker who had misinterpreted everything. But looking at it now, I can say that things have improved in other areas of my life. The relationship with my family is much better now, and I'm grateful for that. It's funny how something that seems so overwhelming at the time can, in hindsight, lead to positive changes. This whole situation with Martin, though difficult, has led me to reevaluate a lot of things in my own life, especially my family dynamics. It's not easy, but I've come to realize that family can sometimes be the most supportive in moments of crisis. Even though I don't see myself ever returning to live with them, the conversations we had helped me feel more grounded and connected to them than I had been before. They're always there for me, and I'm slowly learning how to express my feelings more openly with them. It was also a good opportunity for me to learn to deal with my own emotions better. I've always been a bit stubborn and sometimes tend to bottle things up, but I'm trying to change that. Talking things through with my parents, especially after this stressful time with Martin, gave me the space to understand myself better. It helped me realize that I don't have to go through tough situations alone, and that reaching out to those who care about me isn't a weakness, it's actually a sign of strength. I've been thinking a lot about how I want to move forward from here. I want to focus on healing and growing, both emotionally and mentally. I'm determined to take better care of myself and be more mindful of the choices I make in the future. The lessons I've learned through these challenges have been valuable, and while I wish some things hadn't happened, I'm ultimately grateful for the growth that's come from it. In the end, I believe that Martin will be fine. His parents have done so much for him, and with their continued support, he'll hopefully be able to get his life back on track. I truly hope he can get back to work soon and start making the necessary changes in his life. As for me, I'm looking forward to continuing my journey independently. There are things I still want to accomplish, both personally and professionally, and I won't let anything hold me back. I know there will always be challenges along the way, but I feel more prepared to handle them now. The past few months have been difficult, but I've come out of it stronger. I'm also glad that my relationship with my family is improving. We've had our ups and downs, but I feel like we've reached a new level of understanding. And although I don't want to live with them again, I'm grateful for the support they've given me. Moving forward, I'm focused on my own personal growth and independence, and I hope that my relationships with the people who matter most to me will continue to flourish. In a way, the ordeal with Martin, as awful as it was at the time, helped me realize what's truly important: family, self-care, and maintaining healthy relationships. It's easy to lose sight of these things when you're caught up in the chaos of life, but this experience has been a reminder of what really matters. And with that, I am ready to face whatever comes next. Reflecting on it all now, I can say that my perspective on the future has changed. I no longer feel the pressure to conform to expectations or go down a path I'm not ready for. I've learned to take each day as it comes and not rush myself. There's no need to have everything figured out immediately. Life is a journey, and I can walk it at my own pace. At the same time, I feel like this chapter has given me a new sense of determination. I know that I'm capable of handling whatever challenges may come my way. Life won't always be easy, but I now understand that I have the strength and support I need to overcome obstacles. This experience has not only helped me learn more about myself, but also shown me how resilient I can be when faced with adversity. With all that I've learned from these experiences, I'm looking forward to building a better future, one where I can fully embrace my independence, where I can enjoy the friendships and relationships that mean the most to me, and where I can focus on being the best version of myself. The road ahead is still uncertain, but for the first time in a long while, I feel ready to face it with a clear heart and mind. I've realized that personal growth doesn't happen in isolation. The people around me, whether they're family, friends, or even acquaintances, play a significant role in how I develop. These interactions, even difficult ones, contribute to shaping who I'm becoming. In particular, the support I received from my family and Katie has been instrumental. It's strange, though, how sometimes it's the most challenging moments that bring us closer to others. The conflict with Martin, though stressful, pushed me to open up more to those I care about. I think that in the future, I will be more honest with myself and those around me about my feelings, needs, and desires. This experience has also reinforced the importance of boundaries. I've learned that setting clear boundaries is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's met with resistance, but it's necessary for my own well-being. I've realized that I don't need to let the opinions or actions of others dictate how I live my life. I can assert myself without feeling guilty. I've learned to speak up for myself, and I have come to understand that my needs and feelings are valid. This newfound confidence is something I plan to carry with me as I continue to grow. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you've thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey Karen, do you have a minute to talk?
What do you want?
I wanted to ask about your husband's restaurant. I made a reservation for next week.
Oh, okay, that place.
Yes, I've been following all the reviews online. Everyone says the food is incredible.
Didn't think you'd be interested in fine dining.
Well, it's a special occasion. Matt and I are celebrating our anniversary.
Our restaurant isn't exactly casual dining.
I know, that's why we've been saving up for it. We're really looking forward to trying the tasting menu.
The tasting menu? That's our most expensive offering.
Yes, we checked the prices beforehand. Everything's been budgeted for.
When exactly did you make this reservation?
Last month, actually. We called and spoke to the host.
Which day are you planning to come?
Next Friday at 7:30. Reservation is under Matthews.
I see it here. You really went ahead and booked it.
Is something wrong?
Just surprised you'd choose our place.
Why? The reviews are amazing, and it seemed perfect for our anniversary.
It's just, well, our typical clientele is quite different.
Different how?
More established.
I'm not sure what you mean. We made a proper reservation.
Let me be more direct. Our restaurant caters to a certain class of diner.
We're paying customers just like anyone else.
Are you, though? You work at that little boutique, right?
Yes, I do. What does that have to do with anything?
And your husband, he's just a regular office worker?
Matt has a good job. We can afford this dinner.
That's not really the point.
Then what is the point?
Our restaurant has a reputation to maintain.
Are you saying we'd somehow damage that reputation?
Well, yes.
That's incredibly offensive, Karen.
I'm trying to save you from embarrassment.
We wouldn't be embarrassed. We know how to behave in nice restaurants.
It's more than just behavior.
Then what?
Our clientele includes CEOs, celebrities, important business people.
So?
So, they expect a certain atmosphere.
You mean they expect to only dine with wealthy people?
Now you're getting it.
That's ridiculous. A restaurant should be about the food.
That shows how little you understand about fine dining.
My grandfather was a chef. I understand plenty about restaurants.
Running a family diner isn't the same as fine dining.
He taught me that good food and service should be for everyone.
That's a quaint notion, but this is business.
It's discriminatory is what it is.
Call it what you want. I'm trying to help you here.
By insulting us?
By keeping you from an uncomfortable situation.
The only uncomfortable thing is this conversation.
Look, why don't you try that new Italian place downtown?
We specifically wanted to try your husband's restaurant.
Their prices are more appropriate for your budget.
Our budget is fine. We made the reservation and we're planning to come.
About that reservation.
What about it?
I've canceled it.
You what?
It's better this way.
You can't do that.
I already did.
That's completely unfair. We booked it properly.
I'm the owner's wife. I can do what I want.
This is discrimination.
It's business practice.
It's illegal.
Prove it.
I saved our conversation.
So what? We reserve the right to refuse service.
Not based on perceived wealth.
Poor people don't belong in fine dining establishments.
I can't believe you just said that.
Someone had to tell you.
We're not even poor.
Compared to our usual clients, you might as well be.
This is horrible.
It's reality.
We'll report this.
To whom? My husband owns this place.
The restaurant review boards.
Please, they only care about food quality.
The public might care.
Nobody cares about rejected reservations.
They might care about your attitude.
Are you threatening me?
Just stating facts.
Listen, why don't you stick to places more your speed?
Like what?
Applebee's is having a 2-for-1 special.
Now you're just being cruel.
I'm being realistic.
No, you're being elitist.
Better elitist than cheap.
We're not cheap. We saved specifically for this.
Saving up for dinner. That proves my point.
Some people value experiences over showing off wealth.
Our restaurant is an experience for people who can afford it.
Money doesn't equal class.
Clearly not from this conversation.
You're right. You're proving that wealth doesn't buy class.
Watch yourself.
Or what? You'll cancel our reservation again?
I might do worse.
Are you threatening me now?
Just stating facts, as you put it.
This is all going to backfire on you someday.
Is that a threat?
No, just an observation.
Well, observe this. Stay away from our restaurant.
Fine, we'll take our money elsewhere.
Good. Try the food court at the mall.
You're going to regret this attitude.
I doubt that.
We'll see.
Just remember your place.
Oh, I know my place. Do you know yours?
I'm at the top, where I belong.
The top of what? The rudeness scale?
The social hierarchy, darling.
Keep telling yourself that.
Just stay away from our establishment.
Don't worry, we wouldn't want to taint your precious restaurant with our presence.
Finally, you understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly.
Good. Don't contact me about the restaurant again.
Trust me, I won't. Hey, Matt, are you free to talk?
Just finished a meeting. What's up, honey?
It's about our anniversary dinner.
At Karen's place? Did something happen with the reservation?
Yeah, we need to make other plans.
Why? Did they overbook?
No, it's worse than that.
What do you mean?
Karen canceled our reservation.
Wait, what? Why would she do that?
Because apparently we're not good enough to eat there.
Hold on, what exactly did she say?
She said the restaurant is for established people only.
Established? What does that even mean?
Rich people, CEOs, celebrities.
That's ridiculous. We made a legitimate reservation.
I tried telling her that. She didn't care.
I thought Karen was your friend.
So did I. Guess I was wrong about that.
This doesn't make any sense. We can afford it.
I showed her our reservation confirmation and everything.
Did she give any official reason?
Just that we're too poor to eat there.
She actually said that?
Those exact words. She suggested we go to Applebee's instead.
Are you serious?
I saved the whole conversation. It's unbelievable.
I'm so sorry, honey. This is my fault.
What? How is this your fault?
If I made more money, people wouldn't treat you this way.
Stop that right now. You're an amazing husband.
But you deserve that anniversary dinner.
We deserve to be treated with respect, regardless of our income.
Still, I wanted to give you something special.
You give me special things every day.
It's not the same as a fancy dinner.
You're right. It's better.
How so?
Because everything you do comes from love, not showing off.
I just hate seeing you hurt like this.
I'm more angry than hurt.
Your tone is a little different. You're planning something.
Maybe. But first, we need a new anniversary plan.
We could try that new French place.
They're probably booked solid.
Italian on Oak Street?
Also needs reservations weeks in advance.
What about...
What?
You could make your bolognese.
My grandfather's recipe? For our anniversary?
It's better than any restaurant version I've had.
But that's just regular dinner for us.
There's nothing regular about your cooking.
You're sweet, but I wanted this to be special.
Your grandfather's recipes are special.
That's true.
Plus, we can use the money we saved for something else.
Like what?
Maybe that cooking class you wanted to take.
You remembered that?
Of course, you mentioned it last month.
That would be nice.
See, everything happens for a reason.
Still, I feel like we should do something about this.
About Karen?
About the whole situation. It's not right.
What are you thinking?
I'm not sure yet, but I can't just let it go.
I understand. Just be careful, okay?
Of course. I'm not going to do anything crazy.
You know I'll support whatever you decide.
Even if I decide to take on Karen?
Especially then. Nobody treats my wife this way.
Thanks, Sonny. That means a lot.
Want me to pick up the ingredients for the bolognese?
No, I'll get them. I need to clear my head anyway.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Thanks for being so understanding.
Always. We're a team, remember?
The best team.
And hey, maybe this is for the best.
How so?
Now we don't have to worry about which fork to use.
There's my silver lining guy.
Just doing my job.
Karen, we need to talk about what happened earlier.
Still on about this? Just drop it already.
No, this needs to be addressed.
There's nothing to address. The decision is final.
You can't just discriminate against customers like this.
I can do whatever I want. It's our restaurant.
That's not how businesses work.
Our restaurant, our rules.
The restaurant industry has standards.
And we exceed all of them.
Professional standards, ethics.
Please, you sound like a college freshman.
I sound like someone who actually knows the industry.
What would you know about fine dining?
More than you'd think.
Eating at Olive Garden doesn't count as industry experience.
My grandfather ran a restaurant for 40 years.
Oh, was it a hot dog stand?
It was a respected family restaurant.
So, not fine dining, as I thought.
He served quality food at fair prices.
That's cute. Very working class.
He taught me what restaurants should be about.
And what's that? All-you-can-eat specials?
About respecting food and customers.
Times have changed. This is high society now.
No, this is just snobbery.
You wouldn't understand our clientele.
Explain it to me then.
Fine. Our guests are industry leaders, decision makers.
And?
We provide them a space to network, make deals.
So you're not really a restaurant?
What do you mean?
Sounds more like a private club.
We're the most exclusive restaurant in town.
That's not something to be proud of.
Of course it is. Do you know how hard it is to maintain our status?
By rejecting perfectly good customers?
By curating our dining room.
Curating. That's a fancy word for discrimination.
We create an atmosphere.
At what cost?
Cost? We make plenty of money.
I meant moral cost.
Here we go with the ethics again.
My grandfather taught me something important.
What? How to make meatloaf?
That food brings people together.
How quaint.
He served everyone. CEOs, janitors, teachers.
That's exactly what we're trying to avoid.
He treated them all the same.
And that's why he ran a diner, not a fine dining establishment.
His restaurant was beloved.
By the common folk, maybe.
By everyone, even the wealthy ones.
Is there a point to this history lesson?
Yes, he built something meaningful.
We've built something exclusive.
You've built something shallow.
Excuse me.
You heard me.
You're just jealous.
Of what?
Our success, our status.
You mean your husband's success?
I'm an integral part of the business.
Really? What do you actually do there?
I maintain our image.
By driving away customers?
By maintaining standards.
The staff must love that.
The staff does what they're told.
Including your HOA work?
How do you know about that?
Word gets around.
Are you spying on my business?
People talk, Karen.
They should mind their own business.
Like you did with our reservation?
That was my business.
No, that was pure discrimination.
Call it whatever you want.
I will, and others will too.
Is that a threat?
It's a fact. People notice these things.
Nobody cares about rejected reservations.
They care about how you treat people.
In my world, status is everything.
Your world sounds terrible.
Better than your little boutique life.
I'm happy with my life.
Really? Serving retail customers?
At least I serve them with respect.
Respect doesn't pay the bills.
Neither does arrogance.
Our prophets say otherwise.
For now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Things can change quickly.
Is that another threat?
Just an observation.
You know what? I'm done with this conversation.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
The truth is, you'll never be at our level.
I'd rather stay at my level than sink to yours.
We'll see who's right in the end.
Yes, we will.
Don't contact me again about this.
Oh, I won't need to. Actions speak louder than words.
What actions?
You'll find out soon enough.
What did you do to me?
Something wrong?
You know exactly what's wrong.
You'll have to be more specific.
The HOA meeting, the vote.
Oh, that.
I've been president for 3 years.
Not anymore.
How dare you run against me?
It's a democratic process.
You planned this.
I just put my name forward.
After our restaurant disagreement, this is revenge.
Actually, it's about proper community management.
I managed everything perfectly.
By making restaurant staff do your work?
That's efficient delegation.
That's abuse of power.
I was doing everyone a favor by taking the position.
No one asked for that favor.
Someone had to do it.
And now someone else will.
You think you can do better?
I know I can.
You have no experience.
I have plenty of community organizing experience.
From what? Bake sales?
From actually caring about our neighborhood.
I cared.
About the title, maybe.
I put in years of work.
You put in years of ordering others to work.
The work got done, didn't it?
At the expense of restaurant employees.
They were happy to help.
Were they? Did you ask?
They work for me.
At the restaurant, maybe. Not for HOA duties.
Same thing.
Not even close.
This is personal, isn't it?
No, it's professional.
Because of the reservation?
Because of your attitude.
What attitude?
That you're above everyone else.
I am above everyone else.
And that's exactly why you lost the position.
The voting was rigged.
It was anonymous.
Someone must have influenced people.
Yes, you did. For years.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your behavior influenced their votes.
I've been nothing but professional.
Professional would mean doing your own work.
I was too busy.
Too busy for the job you volunteered for?
I had more important things to do.
Like what?
Running a high-class restaurant.
You mean your husband's restaurant?
I'm essential to its success.
By driving away customers?
By maintaining standards.
The community has standards too.
What do you mean?
Standards of behavior, responsibility, respect.
I demand respect.
You have to earn it.
I've earned everything I have.
By marrying into it?
How dare you!
Just stating facts.
You'll regret this.
No, I don't think I will.
You can't handle this job.
Watch me.
The community will fall apart.
Or maybe it'll come together.
Without my leadership?
Without your dictatorship.
I'll make you fail.
Good luck with that.
Everyone respects me.
Fears you, maybe.
Same thing.
Not even close.
You'll come begging for help.
I doubt that.
Nobody knows the systems like I do.
You mean the staff who did your work knows the systems?
I'll tell them not to help you.
They've already offered to help.
What?
They're quite helpful when treated with respect.
They're betraying me.
They're supporting their community.
I'll get this position back.
You can try the next election.
I don't need this position anyway.
Finally, something we agree on.
I have better things to do.
Like actually working at the restaurant?
Like maintaining our status.
Good luck with that too.
You haven't heard the last of this.
Actually, I think I have.
What do you mean?
Check your email. HOA account access has been transferred.
Already?
I believe in efficiency.
This isn't over.
It is, Karen. It really is.
Did you do this too?
What now?
The online reviews, they're destroying us.
Oh? What reviews?
Don't play innocent. Our ratings are tanking.
That sounds serious.
Everything was fine until that food blog post went viral.
Which post?
The one about discrimination, about cancelled reservations.
Ah, that post.
This is your doing.
I didn't write any reviews.
But you told someone.
I shared my experience.
With who?
Doesn't matter. Truth hurts, doesn't it?
We're losing reservations left and right.
How unfortunate.
Don't act smug. This is your fault.
My fault? I tried to give you my money.
One stupid reservation isn't worth all this.
Apparently, it was worth canceling.
That was different.
How?
We were protecting our reputation.
How's that working out?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I don't enjoy seeing any business suffer.
Then why did you do this?
I didn't do anything. The blogger did.
This blogger needs to be stopped.
For telling the truth?
For interfering with our business.
Maybe don't give bloggers reason to write bad reviews?
Who is this person anyway?
Someone who cares about good food and fair treatment.
I'll sue them.
For what? Telling the truth?
For damages. Lost business.
Good luck proving that.
The post mentions specific details.
Yes, it does.
Things only you would know.
Or things your staff would know.
My staff?
They see everything, you know.
Are you saying they talk to this blogger?
I'm not saying anything.
Who wrote it? Tell me.
Why? So you can threaten them too?
We deserve to face our accuser.
Face yourself first.
What's that supposed to mean?
You created this situation.
By maintaining standards?
By discriminating.
It's not discrimination. It's curation.
The public seems to disagree.
The public doesn't understand fine dining.
No, they understand discrimination perfectly.
Wait, the blog post.
Yes?
It mentioned your grandfather's restaurant.
Did it?
You told the blogger about that.
Perhaps.
Who is it? Someone you know?
You could say that.
How well do you know them?
Very well.
Tell me who it is.
You really want to know?
Yes.
It's my husband.
What?
Matt runs the food blog.
Your husband?
Surprised?
He's just an office worker.
With a very popular food blog.
This is a joke.
Check the blog's about page.
I don't believe this.
Believe it.
Your husband did this to us?
You did this to yourselves.
He has to take it down.
That's not happening.
I'll contact him myself.
Good luck with that.
This is a coordinated attack.
These are consequences.
You planned this all along.
We plan to have a nice anniversary dinner.
By ruining our business?
By writing an honest review.
We'll sue him too.
For what? Being honest?
For slander.
Everything he wrote is true.
You can't prove that.
Actually, we can.
What do you mean?
Screenshots, testimonials, staff statements.
The staff wouldn't dare.
They already have.
This is a nightmare.
No, this is accountability.
Hi, this is Karen, Sarah's, friend.
Yes, I know who you are.
We need to talk about your blog post.
I assumed you'd contact me eventually.
This post is damaging our business.
Truth often has that effect.
You don't understand our position.
I understand discrimination when I see it.
It's not discrimination, it's business.
Call it what you want, the facts are clear.
Look, we can discuss this like adults.
I'm listening.
The post needs to come down.
Not happening.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
We're prepared to make it worth your while.
Excuse me?
Name your price.
My price?
For removing the post.
The truth isn't for sale.
Everyone has a price.
Not everyone.
Don't be naive.
Don't be corrupt.
I'm offering you a business opportunity.
You're offering a bribe.
Think of it as compensation.
For hiding discrimination?
For protecting our reputation.
Your reputation should reflect your actions.
We could help promote your blog.
My blog doesn't need your help.
We have connections.
So do I. Honest ones.
Think bigger.
I am. I'm thinking about integrity.
Integrity doesn't pay bills.
My blog does just fine.
We could make it do better.
By compromising its principles?
By being strategic.
You mean by being dishonest?
Fine. How about this?
Yes.
We'll give you exclusive access.
To what?
Behind-the-scenes content. Chef interviews.
Not interested.
VIP treatment whenever you visit.
I don't want VIP treatment.
Everyone wants VIP treatment.
I want equal treatment for everyone.
That's not how fine dining works.
Maybe it should be.
You're being unreasonable.
No, I'm being principled.
Principals don't run restaurants.
Neither does discrimination.
You're making a mistake.
The only mistake was trying to eat at your restaurant.
Then we'll do this the hard way.
Meaning?
We'll sue.
On what grounds?
Defamation. Business interference.
Everything in that post is true.
We'll still sue.
Go ahead.
You'll regret this.
Not as much as you will.
What does that mean?
It means we have evidence.
Evidence?
Screenshots, testimonials, staff statements.
The staff wouldn't dare.
They already have.
They're lying.
They're tired of being mistreated.
I'll fire them all.
That would make great content for my next post.
You're destroying us.
You're destroying yourselves.
Please, just take it down.
No.
I'm begging you.
And I'm declining.
What do you want?
Nothing from you.
Everyone wants something.
I want restaurants to treat people fairly.
This is about your wife, isn't it?
This is about right and wrong.
We can make this right.
You already had that chance.
What do you mean?
When Sarah made the reservation.
That was different.
No, that was the same discrimination you're trying to hide now.
You'll regret this.
I doubt it.
We'll see about that.
Yes, we will.
Hey, Sarah, are you free?
Karen, this is unexpected.
I know it's been a while.
A year, actually.
Right. How are you?
Cut to the chase, Karen.
Things have changed.
I've heard.
You have?
Small town. People talk.
Then you know about.
The divorce? Yes.
It's not what you think.
I try not to think about it at all.
I need help.
With?
Are you still at the boutique?
Yes. Why?
Are you hiring?
What?
For any position. Sales, stockroom.
You want a job at my little boutique?
I know how it sounds.
Do you?
I've changed.
Have you?
Life's been difficult.
I imagine so.
Everything fell apart.
I heard about the restaurant.
That wasn't my fault.
No?
Well, not entirely.
The affair wasn't your fault either.
You know about that?
Like I said, people talk.
It wasn't what it seemed.
It never is.
He was just different.
Different from your husband?
He made me feel special.
And now?
Now I need a job.
Why me?
You're doing well.
Now you notice?
I know I was wrong before.
About?
About everything.
Be specific.
About you, your worth.
Our worth.
Yes, that. I was terrible.
You were.
But I've learned.
Have you?
Yes, I understand now.
Understand what?
That money isn't everything.
Interesting perspective from someone who needs money.
That's not fair.
Like canceling reservations wasn't fair?
I said I was sorry.
Actually, you haven't.
I'm sorry.
For?
For how I treated you.
And?
For discriminating against you.
And?
For being a terrible person.
Getting warmer.
Please, I really need this job.
Why retail?
I've always loved fashion.
Since when?
Since always.
You never mentioned it before.
I was focused on other things.
Like status?
That's not fair.
It's exactly fair.
I have no experience, but...
No kidding.
I can learn.
Can you learn respect?
What do you mean?
Retail is about serving people.
I can do that.
All people?
Yes.
Even poor people?
I'm not like that anymore.
Poverty changed you?
I'm not poor.
No.
I just need temporary assistance.
Like welfare?
That's different.
How?
I'm not that kind of person.
What kind of person gets welfare?
I didn't mean...
Yes, you did.
Please, Sarah. I'm desperate.
Now you know how others felt.
This isn't about the past.
It's exactly about the past.
People can change.
They can. Have you?
Yes!
Prove it.
How?
Start by admitting what you really did.
I already apologized.
No, you apologized for getting caught.
What's the difference?
That's exactly why I can't help you.
Please, I have nowhere else to go.
There's always Applebee's.
That's cruel.
Is it? You suggested it to us.
I was wrong then.
And you're wrong now.
What do you mean?
Thinking you can walk in here and get a job.
But we were friends.
Were we?
I thought so.
Friendship goes both ways, Karen.
I can make it up to you.
No, you really can't.
So that's it?
That's it.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
No, Karen, I'm just running my business.
By refusing to hire me?
By maintaining standards.
You're using my own words against me.
How does it feel?
This isn't right.
Neither was what you did.
I'll find another job.
Good luck with that.
I don't need your pity.
Clearly not. Just my job.
You'll regret this.
No, Karen, I really won't.
This isn't over.
Actually, it is. I'm blocking you now.
Wait!
Goodbye, Karen. After that, Karen tried applying to various jobs, but was rejected everywhere. Needing money for living expenses and the infidelity settlement, she reluctantly took a job at a convenience store. However, her habit of looking down on people hadn't changed, and she quickly got into conflicts with customers and fellow employees, leading to her getting fired. Now, she's reportedly living on welfare. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying my role as HOA president, supported by many community members. Recently, encouraged by my husband, I've been working on recreating all my grandfather's recipes. If I can perfect them, I dream of opening my own restaurant someday. As for our anniversary dinner, I made the bologna as Matt requested. He loved it, as always, and even wrote about it on his blog. His readers left such warm comments. Despite everything that happened, this anniversary turned into another precious memory for us.